Alright, everybody, welcome back. Thank you so much to everybody who's joining me today, by the way. I really appreciate it, guys. So much. Thank you so much. Hopefully everybody got your snacks, got your drinks. I got me an invisible cup of power here, filled with delicious Dos Equis. My god. Frigid and Hunter are about to relive this. For those of you that have been lurking, you might have heard bits and pieces, but based off the conversation that me and the Space Duck had the other night, I have come up with an entire sequel of Pokemon X and Y, which it's a little too dark to be a Pokemon game, but fuck it, this is my fanfiction. So, cheers, mates. Let's get started. Alright. We're gonna do some shiny hunting while we do it. If I don't get too interrupted while I'm doing this, this will probably become a highlight of YouTube. So we will never forget the goddamn story of the Bee King. So, we start off here in the very late post game of X and Y with my character, or your character. You guys make your own story. With my character, and just being a Pokemon trainer, being the champion of Kalos, doing his thing. And currently, he has been breeding his Pokemon for, he's become a beekeeper, some would say. Some would say he's taken up a hobby of beekeeping. But he's not getting good bees, so he kills them. Because reasons. I don't like that, but he kills them. He doesn't like them. He throws them in the river. However, the people of Kalos really like those bees. So, they wash down the river into the ocean and then wash up on shores of Ambrit Town and Silent City and the beach of Route 8. There, the villagers have taken it among themselves to make very fine goods, jewelries, clothes, everything out of the husks, the corpses of these bees. And this has spawned an economic boom for the region of Kalos. There's a reason why the Kalos region is the most wealthy region in Pokemon. Think about it. I mean, your character, you can make a lot of money in Kalos. Kalos is rich. There's not a slummy, poor town in Kalos. Everybody's rich. So, you have, well, my character here, Cloud, has become the savior of Kalos. He's the Pokemon champion, he saved Kalos region from Team Flare, and he's made it the most secure, safe, wealthy region in the world. Because of his bees. Or so they thought, okay? Little did they know that there's something wrong with Cloud. Something is not right about him. Every day he just hatches bees and bees, more bees. He's looking for his queen. But what's gonna happen when he finds his queen? Okay? He finds his queen, he gets her, he unleashes hell through the skies. Literal thousands upon hundreds of thousands of bees, just swarms of bees, man, fly over the skies of Kalos as him and his queen march to the Lumiose City, the center of Kalos. As they charge through the city, destroying everything in their path with their army of bees, they take the tower and they kick that nerd Clement out. Fuck him. They kick him out and they take over the tower, and they are now the rulers of Kalos. And as they do so, a swarm of bees creates nothing but eternal darkness over the City of Lights. At this point, Cloud's friends try and come and stop him and talk reason to him. And, of course, the only way to do that is with a Pokemon battle. So Shauna, Trevor, Teemo, they all come and try and stop him. Serena and Professor Franz himself, they come and try and stop him and talk some reason into him. But one by one they fall. Every single one falls. No one can match the power of the Bee King. And they either join him, or they become imprisoned for life. Shauna, Teemo, and Trevor, they all join him and become part of his army, and help him rule Kalos with an iron fist. Shauna and Professor Franz, however, don't stray from the side of light, and they stay there, and they become imprisoned forever. It's at this point, Cloud has ruled Kalos now. He's destroyed what he could. He sent Teemo to the north at the Pokeball Factory, Trevor to the center west, I'm gonna say east area, to the geothermal plant to take over that part of the world, and Shauna to the Mega Evolution Tower to take over that world, along with some other characters somewhere else that will be introduced down the line, some to the south, and so forth. As he takes over the Kalos region, he rules from his Stinger Tower at the top with his queen, Vespiquen. But popping up throughout region or small areas of Kalos are rebel alliances, as there always is in every good story. So the rebels start off small groups, small numbers, but are getting stronger by the day and growing more and more. And our new character, protagonist, you put yourself in their shoes. You start off at a rebel camp in, I didn't pick a location. No, yes, I did. Lumio City. You're in a secret location in Lumio City, under the Bee King's tyranny, with your rebel friends, and you have your partner, a Houndour. Static Pokemon. You don't get to choose a starter. You have Houndour. That's your starter. And it's Ash Ketchum syndrome. Houndour can never leave your party or be released. He's your partner, your best friend, ever. So you and your group of 4 friends, so 5 of you total, just like in X and Y1, come out and you go sneak. You sneak, you're very stealthy, fighting many battles along the way, but you escape Lumio City, and you travel around the destroyed Kalos region that's been taken over by the Bee King, and you travel around going and meeting other rebel leaders and alliances and training to get stronger. And these rebel leaders, who are they? None other but than the former gym leaders of Kalos. So you're going and you're learning from these former gym leaders who fought the Bee King on his journey and know a little bit about him, enough to know some secrets, some tips to help you overthrow the Bee King. And you go and you travel around the Kalos region and you learn from all the past gym leaders, and you eventually get enough knowledge to take down the Bee King, or at least attempt to. So you've done it. You've learned everything you can from everybody that knows anything about the Bee King. So what's your next plan? Let's fucking all group together, okay? You and your 4 best friends, your partner Houndour, and the 8 rebel leaders, not gym leaders, rebel leaders, and the army of the Rebel Alliance. All but, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention, Lumio City is gated in at this point. It's a full circle with 1 main gate at the front. And all of you in your army of rebels blow through the front gate. Boom! You blow through the front gate. and you start fighting the army of the Bee King. Him and his grunts and his captains, and you fight through all of them. As many Combees. And you get to the base, you finally fight your way through the base to the base of Stinger Tower. At the bottom of Stinger Tower, the dark cloud over Lumio City swarms down below you. Bam, you're in a gauntlet fight. And I mean a gauntlet fight. You fight 100 Combees. 100's fair, I was thinking more, but 100's pretty fair for a party of 6 Pokemon in the late game. You fight 100 Combees back to back to back to back to back. No chance to heal in between fights. You can only heal in battle. And you fight 100 Combees. After you fight 100 Combees, there's like a nurse there or something. She'll heal you. But then, all of a sudden, boom! What's that? That's the Queen herself. And I'm talking totem level fucking not grand trial, but trial totem level shiny Vespiquen. Okay? You're fighting a totem shiny Vespiquen who has the ability to SOS, and she can call in Combees if she wants. Okay? So you fight her. You defeat the Queen herself. Bam. Great. You get a heal, free heal again, and then you fight up through the tower. Not so much some wild Pokemon. No, let's say no fighting. You work your way into the tower and you go up the totem Vespiquen, and then you get to the top of the tower, and there he is, the Bee King himself on his throne, his crown of stingers on. Okay. And he, no explanation, not many words, just into a fight. And for those of you that are curious about his team, I came up with his team. He has a Beedrill, a Bippin, a Nidoking, a Talonflame, a Sylveon, and his starter Greninja. Because remember, he was the protagonist of the original X and Y game. That's his team. You fight him, you beat him, bam, credits roll. That's the main game, okay? Credits roll, haha, we did it. Post-game time, okay? Post-game's done too. You wake up in your house, you get a letter or an NPC, I'm not sure which happens more. You get news that there's something going on at the Frost Cavern, the Icicle Cave up to the northeast. So you get a hint, you go there, you go through, you haven't been there yet in the main game, by the way. You go through the Frost Cavern dungeon in the post game. There's guards. Like, I'm talking like good guy police guards guarding this room. You go in, it's a prison. The Bee King himself is there, okay? This is where he explains his motives and what he's done. So you have a cutscene, a conversation with the Bee King. All of this happens, he gives you a hint about his generals and everything. So you go off to the Pokeball. Well, what did I say first? First was the Geothermal plant. You go to the Geothermal plant, you fight Trevor. Bam! You get a hint to go to Mega Evolution Tower and fight Shauna. Bam! Then you get a hint to go to the Pokeball Factory. You fight Teemo. Bam! Generals are taken out. But there's one more general. Or captain, I guess. These guys would be captains. So you've taken out all his captains, except for one. You get a hint about something at the Pokemon Village, okay? And this kind of makes sense in the long run, because it was a very neutral character, but you go to the Pokemon Village, and there is Silver, okay? The red-haired rival from Johto. So there you see Silver. It's very neutral character at first, but he's joined the Bee King. And he became a captain of the Bee Kings, and you go and you fight him and you learn about something else. You learn about his general, his right-hand man other than his queen. His queen was his Pokemon, obviously, but he had a general, someone working side by side with him who helped him take over the Kalos region. And you learn about the Pokemon League, okay? you haven't been to the Pokemon League yet. This amazing structure, this castle of doom and death. Of goodness, I guess it is, more than doom and death, but the Pokemon League, you haven't been there. So you go to the Pokemon League, and there you get to go through the Victory Road Cavern, you get to play that, and then what you do is his army is still there. All his captains, Shauna, Teemo, Trevor, Silver, they're all there. You fight them all again. You beat them all again. But then there's one more. Someone Silver told you about. You don't know. You go up the elevator to the Champion's Chamber. It's none other than Lysandre. Hear me out. Lysandre was implied death in the first Pokemon X and Y. But it's Pokemon. The fucking ultimate weapon shot up into space and made a crater this big. It doesn't make any sense. So Lysandre lived. You get a major cutscene. I'm talking like a 20-minute cutscene in Pokemon. Okay? And you see how Lysandre crawled out of the hole. He's battle wounded and scarred and broken and damaged and made his way to Lumiose City to talk to the king. Bent the knee for the king, joined him. Helped the king take over the world. Interns planning all along to stab the king in the back and take over Kalos for himself. You beat him to it. But, so, now you fight Lysandre, and yeah, you fight Lysandre, you beat Lysandre. That's your looker quest, that's your post game, and that is my story. I wasn't reading chat for any of that, so I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much.